Through trials and tribulations, you have prevailed. The spirit is unbreakable, never derailed. With a rich heritage and culture and grace, Liberia, you are the land we embrace.
You are welcome to the Bottomline Liberia.
You are watching the review of Liberian newspapers' headlines that made news during the week on the Bottomline Liberia. Please join us every Tuesday and Friday at 7 p.m. Liberian time, 8 p.m. UK time, 9 Central European time.
And so we say welcome to a fresh edition of the Bottomline Liberia discussions on this 24th day of February 2026. We are coming to you on the Bottomline Liberia discussions. And you can join us on YouTube as well as on our Bottomline page. Tonight, my colleagues are here and the house is full. We're going to give you tons of information as usual. Francis Mensah is here. He's going to be telling us or defending the arrival of the yellow machines, and he's going to tell us how useful they will be to the nation. And Paul the Lord Chilpley is in London as usual. He's a friend of the king, and he will be looking at things from different perspectives, I guess. And of course, I will be giving my own opinions on what are unfolding in the country Liberia. So together, Francis Mensah in Sweden, Linford Goer in Norway, and Paul the Lord Chilpley in the United Kingdom. Guys, I want to say welcome to all of you. Today is it's going to be the final edition of the is it? This is 28 days and today is the 24th, so we got 4 more days. But in any case, this is this week's first edition of the program, the Bottomline Liberia discussion. I got to check my calendar good to make sure how many more editions we got coming up in February. But how are you guys doing?
Well, I'm doing well. Stay combating the snow weather-wise, but otherwise everything is good. Good news for Liberia. The yellow machines are in town, and we see that a lot of progress have been made over the last 2 years. So, yeah.
Yes. Good evening, gentlemen, and good evening to our audience. Grateful to the Almighty to be among the living, and it's good to be in paradise. Yes, we're going to have a fruitful discussion tonight, and I'm looking forward to the discussion tonight. Although the yellow machine, the long-awaited yellow machine has arrived, so yeah, we'll be looking at it from different perspectives. So you say your own, I say my own, in a way with that said, and see what the benefit that this yellow machine is going to bring to our people. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the discussion. And we'll also lean for just to let you know from our poster that we put up that it brought some sort of concern to the Liberian government that Daniel Sando have to say something about this, and we'll be playing his little clip. It will take a few minutes when we get into the discussion. This was the topic, and me just lay it out. The graveyard of good intention. Liberia have seen equipment comes and go. Then the question is, what made this time different? You see, this is where Dana Sano, because the war, great year of good intention, and we lay it out why great year of good intention. So we'll be having that discussion to our audience. We want them to also chime in. We'll put a number out to call. So we'll be having a very fruitful discussion tonight. So Linford, back to you.
Thank you so much, Paul, and welcome, guys. If you join me on the first time, this is a Bottomline Liberia discussion. Here we discuss the issues. We don't go after individuals personally. We go after the issues. When individuals are involved in the issue, then we discuss them. And so tonight is not going to be an exception. We're going to have the Deputy Minister of Information for Public Affairs, Mr. Daniel Sano. He will be playing some clip from him where he talked about, our topic for tonight. I don't know what's so catchy about it. But guys, if you join me on the first time, please support to share the show. We're going to take a quick short musical break. But just before we do that, I want to say welcome to Mr. Maurice Yakuba Dole. He's been away for a while. I want to say welcome to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Linfa Guo. I saw your podcast. You gave it, and I like it. That's what I can tell you.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. But we're going to take a quick musical break. And while this music is playing, we want you to help us to share the show.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on, come on, come on. I know you're sleeping now. Y'all gotta wake up some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. So much. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they go knock the phone. I said we tired with their lies, we tired with their promises that led us to a lot of damages. We tired with their speech they preach, indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrates us. So why did you lie? Why did you steal? Why did you allow the citizens to be? You see, we just tell you. That's why we go tell you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The government betray us. So much. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they go knock the corner. I said no one to trust. My people, no one to hope on. Nobody. My hope that I have been broken. Telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are the roads? Where are the jobs that they said they could afford? But they're too selfish. The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired, they tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough of time, but yeah, then instead they delay. People suffer. No work for people crying for hunger. Look at. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation, they poor. You got nothing to show. Nothing. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. So much. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they go knock the borough. We tired with their promises that led us to a lot of damages. We tired with that speech they preach, indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrates us. So why did you lie? Why did you steal? Why did you allow the citizens to be?
You're watching the review of Liberian newspapers' headlines that made news during the week on the Bottomline Liberia. Please.
Welcome again, and we all set to go. This is the Bottomline Liberia discussions. Um, guys, to be frank, I really don't know where to start because the desk is full. But Paul, you've been following developments in Liberia. I think tonight we'll do something special. We're going to start from the home front and end abroad. So let's start from the home front because, uh, like Francis said, good news. Finally, the yellow machines are here. The first batch that came, I don't know where were they or where are they up to now, but the main one came, and this is the most jubilation point now in Liberia. So it's something that we need to talk about. Welcome, guys. So, Paul, tell us, what have you heard about these machines, and why you think we need it in Liberia, and how useful it will be to us? And this is a general question to the four of us here. So, we want Paul to kick it off, and then from there we'll go to Francis, and then we'll go to Padoli. Then I'll be giving my final, or I'll be giving my cut on it.
Thank you, Linford. And I want to take this time to say, Padori, welcome to the Bottomline discussion. And we want to officially say sorry for the loss. Our sympathy goes to you again for your grandson. And it's good to have you back after you have recovered. It's good to see you, my dear brother. So
Thank you.
welcome to the Bottomline.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Triple. And Francis called me personally. I was really impressed. Thank you very much. I appreciate all your efforts. All of you people that sympathize with me, I really appreciate it. I realize that I'm in a community, so thank you guys very much for your concern.
Okay. So to kickstart, Linford, you asked a question. What I've heard of this yellow machine? We know that the yellow machine, that the long awaited yellow machine some have arrived. I think 137, if I'm right. Someone can correct me. Have arrived in Liberia. It's the most talked about yellow machine. And we know that the government brought this machine for developmental purpose. According to Donald Sanders, we'll listen to him a little bit. So yes, it's a good thing to have the yellow machine, the development that Liberians long been awaiting, and I'm pleased to hear that we have it. And what they talk about, I will be so glad when I travel to Liberia to be able to go to Kelipo Kawikin, a village that don't have so a road going there. Look, this will be our opening, and I can carry maybe King Charles over there. Say, look, come and see my country. So it's a good news for us. So I'm happy. I'm delighted that the yellow machine have come to Liberia. So that to start with, that's how I see it for now. But as we expand into the discussion, then we'll find out the purpose of the yellow machine. What a yellow machine going to do? Maybe Francis will lay out for us what it tends to do. So we're waiting and want our audience to also chime in. But before that, I will also be addressing this issue today because based on our flyer, let me put this out again. The question that we ask here, they say there's a great year of good intention. Liberia have seen equipment comes and go. What make this one different? So we'll be looking at that. So I will lay the premise when that time comes. So yes, but it's a good thing to have the yellow machine in the country. Linfa?
Francis, are you happy that the machines are intact?
Yeah, the machine is the machines finally arrived, so it's a good news for the country. I will stop right there.
Padole?
Yeah. Well, to be realistic, the yellow machine situation is a very good one. Everybody were expecting that, and finally it happened. I hope it will be used wisely, because the problem we the Liberian have is maintenance. Maintenance is one of our bigger problem. So if the people didn't maintain it properly, after 1 or 2 years, you will see them bringing down every corner of the country. So which will be very discouraging. So I hope the people will have a service people to look after the machine and to monitor it the best way forward. Because we the Liberian will look at the government property as a scrap. We don't value it. We wouldn't use it and dump it. To maintain it, we don't know how to maintain our property. So that's
Yeah,
one of the
we
bigger
never reached that
problems.
part yet. We never reached that part in the
So
discussion. So
yeah,
we
no,
just ask whether
I'm just saying it casually because we're going to it detailedly. So basically, I'm very very impressed. Some of all were not expecting for Unity Party to perform to this level at this stage. But if you do it, it's in the best interest of the Liberian people. Francis, you should have given at least more detail because you are the shadows ambassador of Unity parties. So at least, but just telling us it's a good idea and just stop there, I don't think that represents you.
well, that's what you want to say, and yeah, everything is important here. Well, for me, I think the initiative by the government is good. I'm not one of those people who think that government is being if your party is not in government, then you are enemy to the party because the
Exactly.
party represents a particular interest, but they also work for the country. That's why if the party performs well as a government, the country benefits. But if they perform well, everybody will. It's just like you got a boat, and you get good and bad people on that boat, and the man who's steering this boat go and make accident because of me. Everybody will just start swimming now for their life. Those who can survive, they survive. So that's why if the party is leading the government, you should be very careful. And the people in the party that are, I mean, people outside of the party who are citizens of the country, when they're talking, you should also listen to them because it's like, the man staring a boat, but he doing all kinds of things, and you can see trouble coming. You're telling the man, no, do this, don't do this, but still the man won't pay attention. That's where the clash can come with different political party. But if bringing the yellow machines, if the intended purpose will be achieved, then it's a good thing for the country. But now we're going to go deeper into the discussion. Now, the particular question on that topic tonight is machines. We have seen governments bring in not only yellow machines, but they are bringing a lot of things. We saw Duo when Duo took over. The first place Duo went directly to Romania. He went to Ceausescu, and Ceausescu dumped all the old World War II military equipment on him. When we bring right on Ken Johnson Road that day, when we were bringing the things, some of them broke down right on Ken Johnson Road. They didn't even reach the barrel, it broke down. Okay, and all that money went in vain. Then we see a lot of things. Even parties, when there's election, parties will buy new cars for their people. When those new after is it my phone? Somebody okay. So when elections are taking place, see all the new cars flying the street right after election. Meet yourself. If you want to take a phone, you meet yourself, Padori. So right after election, you can see that you will never see those cars again. So
Yeah, I'm on the show. I'm on the bottom line, please.
Padori, mute yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why people are concerned. But Paul, the question here is, we have seen these things before. It's an old playbook, and not something new. This is new, nothing new. So I will start with Francis. Francis, in this year, people are concerned. Yes, the machines are in town. Yes, we are celebrating. But what makes it different from in the past, where we have seen a lot of things come to the country, but yet we don't feel the effect? What made it one different? You being an insider.
I mean, what make it different is that how people see it subjectively. That what makes it different. But as far as we're concerned, objectively, the machines are in town to help boost the country's, infrastructure problems. Yet the machines are in town to mitigate some of the bad roads problems that we have in the country. So what makes it different is from those who see it narrow-mindedly, subjectively. So that's all I have to say.
Francis, you still not answering the question. What makes it, forget about the people, how they see it, because of course you're not going to have.
What makes it different? I mean, I could spend the whole night here. You guys will not see the difference. I'm telling you what makes the difference. The difference is that it was brought in to help the countries.
All of machines that came in the country at that time were brought in to help. But then this one is also coming.
Let me answer the same question. Let me ask you guys the same question. What made the other machines not different from this one? I'll ask the question back to you. I'll give you guys a question.
No, the question can't answer question. Answer us, then we'll answer.
But I answer the question. I don't know how you want me to answer your question. I'm telling you, what makes it different is that how people see it outside.
No, that's what I'm saying. Don't think about how people see it, but you in your own mind. What makes it different? Why you?
That's my mind. You can't tell me my mind what to say.
Exactly, Linford. You can't force. Yeah.
Okay, Padole, what? These machines were brought for developmental purposes, but we have seen other machines come and go. And if you go to you go in some country, you see broken down machines all packed in a public work. I think they used to have there are small locations in all the countries. You see small machines packed there and no effect. So what will make this one different in your mind? Now we're speaking our mind.
You muted, Padole.
You can hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh? You can hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Talk.
But I'm not hearing you guys.
We're hearing you. Just...
You hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Basic. You see, to be honest with everybody and in and abroad, that the coming of the yellow machines, I believe that he will be a release for the Liberian people. The only worry I have in this thing here, because of the past history, the other past government and thing, they've been bringing yellow machine to do some road work and things. Then, because of lack of maintenance, things broke down and it did not achieve the goal. But maybe this particular government, they take some steps that I'm looking at it to be a radical step. That is, beside the Power Word Ministry or the Power Word Minister, they have a special team headed by a military man to supervise and monitor the activities of this equipment, which is Brandon Samuka. Brandon Samuka is my former classmate. We do taekwondo together way back. So I know how disciplined he is. I know what kind of man he is. He believes in disciplinary strategy. I hope they will do better for our country in this manner, because when this meeting spread up every counties and greater the various corner of the country, it will help our elderly peoples, the farmers, the traders, everybody to at least to navigate freely. So I think, but I hope, but I believe that the people know that there's a lot of criticisms on that particular missing issue. They will take a bold step on this thing here. If it didn't take it, we will vote them out tomorrow and prosecute some of the people for whatever they did. Definitely, because this thing here need to be this way. When people misappropriate the government fund, you should be accountable and be prosecuted for it. So that's what I can say in this thing here.
Okay, Paul, very quickly.
Yeah. So, what make it different? I will speak on the issue of our flyers. I think that way we elevate the conversation more. And the reason why I want to speak to that, the thing raised here was, Linford, you said it. We have seen machine from, back in the days up to present. But then I want to speak on it. It's a good thing to have a machine for developmental purpose. Nobody will say it's a bad thing. It's a good thing. But what in many people's minds, as Francis said, what the way people see it, maybe that's what a lot of people are concerned about, and I will speak on that. You see, the same Unity Party under Malam Salif, there were $2 million agriculture machine came to Liberia for agriculture. Today it's in a graveyard in Lofa County. We didn't get anything out of it. You remember Corwell, Manasalif brought solar street light, beautiful Corwell. What happened? It ended up in graveyard. George Weah, they seem nothing with solar street light. It ended in graveyard. Under Weah administration, there were a few yellow machines that came in. What become of those yellow machines? It's in a graveyard. So we put this flyer also good intention. The graveyard of good intention, because we end up, these things end up what we call scrap yard. And you said something about Doe. When Doe went to Romania, he brought a lot of high-tech weapons. What happened to them? It ended in graveyard. So that is the concern of people. You see what people are saying? If you do something with the equipment, and then this yellow machine have been in the pipeline 2 years now, since 2024. But we have not been told when a yellow machine comes, how the yellow machine will transform Liberia, how the yellow machine will create jobs, how the yellow machine, what it will do, whether it's going to build, we have whether it's a ring that will connect all counties, it have not been explained. So when those information haven't been explained, people have doubt to question the government. What is the purpose of this yellow machine? In 2 years, we learned that the yellow machine was coming. Then all of the blue or bold just been settled now to manage the yellow machine. So the question is, have they thought on this for 2 years? Why they couldn't settle the bowl by then? 2 years running. So that is why people are asking, what is this yellow machine going to do? Until we get that clear-cut explanation, and then people will start that question. That's from a logical standpoint, that's where people are questioning the government, what the intent of the yellow machine. I could say, they say for demolition of people building alleyway, that's one. What is there for? So if you bring over 289 pieces of yellow machine, you sort of lay out. Look, with long bench, the Ganta Harper Highway, for example, from Tobotan, it has not been done, but we're going to finish it. We're going to connect from Grand Bassa to Maryland. Just example I gave him. This is the purpose. Just get simple what it's there for. So people have in mind, in the next 2-3 years, this is how you see the transformation of Liberia. That's why people, when you tell the nation and then everybody embrace the good idea that we all accept. But when it hasn't been told, and we now have a board, the board now going to do X, Y, Z, then people start to question. That's how people see it.
Okay.
Yeah, so can okay. After you leave for coming now.
No, you have your time.
After you leave for.
Yeah, you have your time. You didn't have anything to say. You're digging in the pool.
It's a discussion, my friend.
Okay, so let me discuss.
Yeah, discuss. Go ahead.
One of the things I want to talk about this these yellow machines, Padoli said it already. For me, the difference I see with the yellow machines compared to those that all other things that have come in the country as government property, the difference I see with this one is the setup of board to manage it. That's the difference I see. Unlike the other one that used to come like government cars and everything, people say that government property. I remember I was just learning to drive, and our landlord in Monrovia at the time, right after the coup, that man was captain in the fire service. Then later on, they made him major. they gave the man one of those Peugeot 504 pickup. That Peugeot, I used to drive in there. We see the car when the public come from where he died. We see the car go driving in there. When they put him in the restaurant, we say we will find some my son, and then it's okay. I'll go park a car. See, so government property, people mistreated them those days. Okay, even when gas runs out, they expect government to put gas. So this trip now around, the difference I see, this is a question I was asking. I wanted my man Francis to go to the kind of point that this one will be properly managed because they have set up a bowl. And guess what? If anything happens to any of those machines, the Liberian people can hold Brandon Samoka responsible. But those days, you can't go hold all the government ministry responsible for spoiling government car or stealing government property. Okay, so this now we know who to catch. And President Bwaka appointed Samoka, but the Liberian people know that this Samoka, he the one responsible for our property. So anything happen to him, he the one will go for. Then, Mr. Bwaka now we can't send for him, but we, Brandon Samoka, you the one coming for. So I think that will be the difference. And I urge this board to do its best to maintain those equipment. Because do you remember, guys, when the topic of this equipment came out newly or just in recent times, some of the things we've been discussing is the maintenance. And now that this board have been set up, even though for me, from the onset, I saw this board as performing the duties of the Public Works Ministry and also the GSA. Because GSA, so if this machine got problem, is Brandon Samoka going to form or build a garage or form another group to maintain it, or they're going to take it to I call it GSA, because GSA got model pool for all government, so all these things they need to work it out. And then this is where Liberian people are getting concerned, because we got to know who will be maintaining it, whether they'll take it again to the same government, then why is it that you got to set up a board where you'll be paying the board members when GSA could just take care of the things? So all these things are what got people concerned. But Paul, Francis, you can come in, and after that we'll listen to Daniel Sano and discuss what he said.
Yes, concerning the bowl formulation at the arrival of, or just prior to the arrival of the yellow machines, if this bowl was set up 6 months ago or 2 years ago, with our yellow machine being in town, were being hala, or they posted a bowl machine, they're taking pay, they got a machine in town. They bought 2 weeks before. Oh, why they set up bowl now? So I ask a question, and y'all see a ship on the ocean coming with a bag of rice. What are they going to do with that? What are they going to do with the rest? What are they going to do with the rest? They're going to eat the rest, or they're going to throw it away.
They're going to
So
sell
the
it.
analogy here is, if you see machines on the ship, what kind of machine? What do you think the machine can do? What they intended to do? Or they just will be they bring it and escort the president from one county to another county?
You see,
So that's my question.
maybe looking at it differently.
Yeah, Francis learn. Linford, Francis.
No, I'm asking you a question.
He asked me a question.
Let me say
If
one
you
or two
see a ship with rice on it, where it come dump the rice and leave it there for the people, for the roaches and rats to eat it in Freeport.
Okay, let me come in then, Linford. We saw agriculture machine on ship coming to do agricultural work, and the machine got in the graveyard in
And what happened? Ask your friend Evan Morris. What happened? And
so
Gaddafi
it was
died.
the United Party government. We saw the $32 million. You said what happened when you see it? I just give you an example
at least
now.
Linford recognize a person to be held responsible. Ask of your friend Evan Morris and what he need, what a born name from Holland.
So that was Macintosh, that Evan and President Burka. And President Burka.
Burka was not in it.
So the three of them.
The Burka was not in it.
He was the President Burka. So what?
No. He was not. Was he the head of the company?
No, listen.
No, but I asked the question,
Yeah,
was
no,
he
he
a
was not
head?
a head, but early appointed president Boyka to oversee that project because of an agriculture background. So we saw that machine on shape, a king and enter in a graveyard in Lofa County. That's one. So if we see a lot of machine coming in, so the question here we ask, if it haven't been explained what the purpose, what will it do, and now a board have been settled, I think this is the opportunity now for the board to break it down, and then we hold the board responsible. I think that's what we should elevate the conversation. But we have seen a lot of solar street light on the Ralphie Highway. It enter in the graveyard. So we have seen a lot of things on shape coming to Liberia, but what happened? It enter in graveyard.
Yeah,
Limpo and then
yeah,
Padolia.
yeah. Linva, let me just come in small. And to be realistic, Francis, sometimes you try to avoid most explanation, but to be realistic in this particular situation, I'm taking side with Francis because the reality is the attempts on the ground is in the best interest of the Liberian people.
Agree.
What are you ANCs, unity parties, ANC, CMC, because these are the four major parties today that people talk about. Whether you're a member of it, you're going to benefit it. So basically, we all if it's possible, we also wear yellow to work on this thing here.
And you see
But
my yellow?
yeah, okay. Mark, you see my own yellow here? Yeah. You see my yellow? So, but my concern in this thing here, because I've been around the Liberian government for more than 30 years. And we see so many good things that the government and been bringing in the country. But the weakness of our behavior is we don't meeting. You see the National Police Headquarters, you see that show, is one of the best national police headquarters in the entire West Africa. But after that building was built, 1 year, 2 year, the third year, Mr. Chulople, if you go to the share, you gotta hold your door. It begins from a year. I think Francis can attest to that. The share is not clean. We have everything that people supposed to have. Where people go and practice their weapons, firing ring, and in the gyms for the special unit, everything was up to that. But less than 3 years, everything go to zero. Can you imagine? So for this reason, I am so glad that they put a man there who we will be able to hold him responsible. Hey, man, he just graduated from one of the trouble before. Ellen told him to do something. He did it. At the end of the day, the government, people hold him responsible for it. He lose his job for that. So this one here, I hope that will be a lesson for him to do the right thing. So long he's serving as the head of this board, to make sure to serve the Liberian people the best way possible. Because if yellow missing spread everywhere in the country, to every counties and stuff and things then, to carry on the greeting, the store, the road and things then. One of the major things that the government need to also focus on is Ganta Harper Highway need to be paved, Banga Menokoma Highway need to be paved, Bikena Tosano need to be paved. When that is paved, my brother, our country will develop massively, because these are the key areas that people need to travel to connect with one another. But yellow missing, I'm supporting it. But
Okay.
Francis,
Paul, I think Paul, you can roll up that video from Dano Sano. But I just want to say that the road thing, the road connectivity thing, it's a very good thing. But all these things, they are all intertwined. People got to have job to be able to drive. If you go on the highway, you see Suzo Pen motorcycle all on the road. Motorcycle. Banga, Kakata, I saw people walking on the car road, the new road, but they carrying the patient in the hammer on their shoulder. Can you imagine? So the people you build all the road network when people don't have money to buy car, when they're not working. So plenty of things needs to be done. That's why we always talk about priority, the scale of preference, what you need first before the other one. yeah, the yellow machine will be all over the place. The first obstacle me I can see will be maintenance. Some of them will break down. No fuel, no spare part. And those things they use diesel oil. So you have to have filter or the filter and thing. But again, I hope the same company that supply it, and the next thing will be looking at whether these things are bought by the government or that the president said his friends giving him yellow machine. So plenty things stay there for all to know.
No,
Many things.
that first one will lie.
No, but we don't know. We don't know. That's what they told us.
But
They
where
say
you
first
going
war
now?
go to court.
Yeah, you're going back.
First war when we was small, and now this hotel they say first war go to court, right? So Paul, you can roll that video. You can roll that video like yeah, what Daniel Sano said. Because Daniel Sano speaking is a government speaking.
Right. So let me see if I can get this. But we can talk while I'm trying to set it up now for Donald Sano. What interesting with Donald Sano is quite interesting because when the Bottomline put a flyer on, he talked about it. So we'll see what Donald Sano said. Let me see if I can get this thing up now.
And why you putting it up? Let me just highlight a comment by Chatera Brown Chulukle. She says no selling those machines, no selling of those machines, and no missing parts or businesses. Okay. It's muted.
It said low, can you hear the phone? Oh, hold on.
So at some interval, the critics were asking where the yellow machine. There were some who believed that the machine would never come. But as we can say in Liberia, seeing is believing. These machines are arriving because we want to align public expenditure with national development priorities. That's why the machines are here. The first 137 pieces. Initially, we talked about 285, but then we got additional information from the Honorable Vice President that they had to add 20 pickups with 285 moving equipment. So all in all, we're now expecting 305 in total. That is inclusive of the pickup that will be deployed to various counties. So the machines are here because the government wants to align expenditure to national development priority. As you may be aware, His Excellency President Joseph Mubarak has always that the construction of roads across the country is essential to growing the economy, developing the overall infrastructure in the country. And this is why all these things are aligned in the government National Development Plan called the AARD, the Arrest Agenda for Inclusive Development. So the objective is to expand and modernize the road infrastructure by constructing climate resilient roads, upgrading roads and bridges, and maintaining existing ones to enhance accessibility and connectivity across our country. All of these things are happening not in a vacuum. They are tied or they are aligned with the national development plan of the country. So the president has set up or constituted a team will manage the yellow machine. As they arrive in the country, management and maintenance is key. So those who sitting down casting doubt, doomsday is prophet, government cannot maintain the machines. The machine will break down. I heard somebody say on the radio there will be graveyard of little machine.
He did mention key issues that we have been discussing though, the maintenance, because he said as these machines arrive, there have been a committee set up, and that team will receive the machines, they will manage it, and they will maintain it. And then, I think, when you give the public this kind of information, there will be no level of doubt, because this is what the people want to know. No, parading the machines all over the place, not a team, but the maintenance. And some of these machines, 1 minute they will say, oh, they want to send to Maryland County because it's close to taboo border. They say a lawsuit when you go look in Arrow Coast. I remember there was this story. Who remember the BBC reporter? This guy Ase Bantu, long time ago from Liberia. He and Chair Chipo had a case where he reported that Chair Chipo took some yellow machine and sold it to Arrow Coast. They were on the BBC. So I had a case at the Temple of Justice one time. So while we were there, Chair Chipo came there. Chair Chipo, he too had a case with some group of boys from Grand there. Well, we were working for him, yet taking the money. So when I said Pandu saw him, he said, oh, excuse me, Minister Chipo, rather your Justice Minister. Say, excuse me, Minister Chipo, I want to talk to you. He said, you asked the Pandu. You remember when he said, I put yellow machine on my hair and I want to take yellow machine and carry it to Araco to sell it. So these things can happen. These things can happen. So this is where people are concerned. But now the assurance has been given, because when this guy speaks, government speaking. So we know right now, we know where to go. If any machine gets missing, we know who to contact. So for me, I think I'll lay my case to rest. I'll lay my issue to rest for now, so that we can observe. Because right now we got no case. The machines have come. Yeah, we are suspicious, but what proof do we have that it will not be used for intended purpose, or what proof do we have that they're not meeting it? So now they have given us the assurance, so we can wait. I will hang my hat yet and wait until the machines start working. The first thing they need to do is to distribute it to the federal counties. And those counties that do not have road, I know how the machine will go there, they'll start building a road and start going there. Because there is a bridge between, I think, River Says or River T somewhere going to the southeast way, and that bridge go down and not accessible. So we got to see all these things. So it's a lot. We just starting, guys. Paul, you want to come in?
No, the thing is, I will come in. Because this is the question you asked, and this is where I wanted Francis to nail it, and he said, no, leave it like that. You see, what Donald Santos said, that if a national development, it's a national development priority on their agenda, great. Which everybody is, because they said it, the arrest agenda, when they modified the arrest agenda, remember, and became national development something with the arrest agenda. So he trying to lay it with the agenda. That's brilliant. We have the yellow machine. He talk about development, and they will do rules, maintenance, and all that. So I want Badole and Francis to talk, because we also want to help the government in this process with some sort of, to look at another way that it could be much better in a way. I said it earlier that they maybe, well, Donald Sutton said that on Thursday they will have another press conference to lay out. So we will be looking how these, he said that the number reached to 300 and something machine.
305.
How this is the layout where it will do, because one of the key issues in Liberia today that people talk about is jobs. So the government will now lay out, say, look, this is X, Y, and Z jobs will create based on this. So I will be looking forward to hearing what the board have to say that by 2027, we should have at least 6,000, 10,000 people employed. That's the kind of news I want to hear from the kind of machine that is coming. You getting the point I'm driving at Linford? It's not that people against it, but the good news is it will create this amount of job. That's what I'm eager to hear. That will stop the burden on some of us sending money to our family members. This is what the kind of information we want the government to give us, that we embrace it more. No one against it. You see, so this is what I want the government to do. Look, this in the next, from now to 2027, 2028, we have this. This is what now we can hold you by what you say. So we can just have this vacuum, the machine here for development. Yes, those machines could be used for agriculture because it said for the arrest agenda. Agriculture is on the list. What will be used for agriculture too? So they're going to tell us, they're going to break it down, where it will be used for. Those are the information we want. And that's what I'm driving at. You see, it's something we want.
Let's hear you.
Yeah. You know, Mr. Chulopli, Brother Linford, the purpose of the yellow machine is a clear and you know, is a clear issue here. The yellow machines, the function of the yellow machines is a tool that will open an avenue for the Liberian people to get a job. Because like the village where I'm coming from, Panther District, going to Jowa, if we that during Turbo time, when Turbo became president, that's the time we start receiving road in that area. But immediately when we have the road, the business people flow all over us. The Lebanese people were in our village. We had about 4 stores in our village, the Lebanese store. So going down the line. So business start moving from one end to another. Produce start flowing everywhere. So if the yellow machine work effectively and open this corner road in the country, then the farmers will be able to have the zeal to make a farming. Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf machine that came purposely to do an agricultural job. But even you take the machine to somewhere where there's no road to move from here and there and rest of it, how the machine will work. If whatever the machine do to produce, how that items will be transported. So there was a shortage of functioning. But this one here, I believe, I'm not a Unity Party member, and I don't wish them to fall, because when they fall, you're going to fall on everyone on our neck, because we got people down there. We're looking after because of the poor administration procedures of our countries. That's why we are sending money to the people down there. If things were normal with them, as the way we are, they will not ask for anything. So we all, any government coming to power, we all want to see the government doing something better for the citizens, not for their own package. Right now, in this case, they got somebody. It's the first time in history. I've been around the government job for over 30 years. I know. Samuel Doe administration up to present, we were there. We saw everything that go on. But this particular 4 man that they just put up, concerned about this yellow machine, because there's a lot of crisis in this politician that's really hitting the back of our unity parties on their behavior. We're watching that 50-50. So basically, I hope they will not make mistake, because when they make mistake, because that taxpayer money in that thing there, that all our money in that thing there. So it's going to affect all of us. So, but I don't think the man who they put there will sit down there to be used the way he was used by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf administration and go to he missed the jail, but he lose his job. So I don't think he want to do that again. So
Okay.
the yellow machine, I don't have no problem with it coming, but my fear, like what Linford said, or have been seeing it is the maintenance is our weakness. That particular country we call Liberia, a lot of good things have come
This
and
one,
go
at
in
least,
vain.
Adole, I think the government spoke. The government said the team that is set up will be responsible. So that's what I said from the start. That at least this time we're not going to go look all over for government property. Or we know one person that person will go for. But friends, let me ask you this question. I keep hearing people say, "Oh, the arrival of the yellow machine will create a lot of job." Now, I don't know how many people the machines. Okay, 305 of them, including cars. When they come, what kind of job do we create for the people, for a person like me, if I go to Liberia, person like you, Francis, or like Paul or Padore, what kind of job you think we can get? How is
Yeah,
it? How
but first of all, you need to categorize the skill set for the machine.
yeah, but people are saying
Listen,
they will create
ask
job.
me ask a question. I mean, it's just like you want to ask a question about an economist, a factory going, I mean, opening a bank in the country and then asking the Yana border how do it work in the people particularly with skill set that will use those machines. Those that are unemployed, who got drivers who can drive heavy duty trucks to create jobs. The other aspect. Indirectly, the roles that be creating, the roles that will be opening up will create avenue for companies to come. So when a company come or let me say logistic company, say you did logistics and maritime, it'll be an opportunity for you. I mean, maybe they go into railroad access, or maybe that and you have opportunity to go and work there, and so you can go back to the railroad access, help the people. So they are multifunctional or avenues as to where and how these machines can create jobs directly and indirectly. In the future, when the roads are open, you have a job. You can create. In fact, let us do away from creating jobs. We expect us back from here to go and create jobs. Now be looking for jobs. That the machines are there to open the roads for you to go and create jobs, open your farm, open businesses, or do your kinju and mailing and selling and turn to alcohol. So it's not there to make you for us here to go back home and work. It's for us to go back home to create jobs, create employment opportunities. I rest my case.
Okay. Linford, to elevate the conversation more, I'm here to help the government. That's my own thing to help them. You talk about job, Francis talk about job. It will be so simple in this, because this is where I think Samuel and the team will come in. That based on this, you can estimate, based on that machine, you can estimate. We will train 300 Liberians to operate this machine. And based on that 300 machine, whether it's those who go to the agriculture sector, those who go to the road, you can lay it out easy to say, look, by 2027, we'll have 10,000 jobs created. It can be done easy. But I want to show something here to help the government. Since we're talking onto the yellow machine, there is a video that I got here from another West African country that brought similar thing for one purpose, for roads. But in that case, with Liberia, they say for national development. It could be agriculture, it could be building houses, it could be roads. So they generalize it national development. But there's another country right in West Africa that brought in similar machine, but they say it's only for roads. So I want us to listen to the thing, and then we'll have this conversation more to see how Liberia could do similar thing like that, which we all would be happy for. Let me roll this tip. This is from Burkina Faso.
On the Friday of September 12, 2025, the president of Burkina Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, handed over a total of 764 heavy public works machinery and engines to the coordinator of the now popular Faso Presidential Initiative MEBO, for the benefit of 4 brigades from the Yadgar, Kols, Gulmu and Bankui regions. It was an exercise that once again expanded resources for the Burkina Public Works with the aim to seamlessly implement the Faso-Mebo presidential initiative that seeks to transform Burkina Faso's infrastructure, particularly its road network, with a goal of paving between 3,000 to 5,000 kilometers of roads annually. This initiative is intended to accelerate development in cities and villages through sustainable road infrastructure, and during the ceremony, the 37-year-old leader handed over various vehicles, heavy equipment and machineries like pickup trucks, tippers, concrete mixers, cargo trucks, road rollers, compactors, earth movers, graders, bulldozers, excavators, tanker trucks, mobile cranes, forklifts and many more. But before we look at the vehicles, equipment and machineries, let's take a brief listen at what the Burkina leader told the coordinator of the Faso Presidential Initiative and authorities from the receiving regions during the exercise. We must remember one thing. No revolution in any field can last without the involvement of the popular masses. No infrastructure, however well thought out or executed, will stand the test of time if it is not maintained by the masses. And for them to be maintained by the popular masses, they themselves must be loved by design in the construction of the infrastructure. And how can we mobilize these popular masses? It is to you that I return. It is through your leadership, your way of explaining the revolution to bring the populations to get involved themselves voluntarily to be able to build our infrastructures, and I am counting on you to be able to explain to them what this infrastructure revolution is that we are coming about. Why they must get involved themselves to build infrastructures and maintain them, change their mentality in this area that usually the state builds, people burn tires, they destroy. Today we want you to be able to get the populations themselves involved to build the infrastructures and maintain them. This is the spirit that we want you to develop, and I am counting on you to be able to explain this to them and for them to be able to voluntarily join this initiative as a priori. So you will make very good use of it, and I am counting on you to ensure that the message gets through. The other thing is that as a priori, you will put the emphasis on logical military routes, that is to say the support of our combat forces because they need more routes than anyone else. And then, I think that you will be able to plan the intra-urban and inter-urban routes together with the different coordinators who will be in your respective departments. So thank you very much, and I'm counting on you, and we'll see you again soon. Please also support the brigades as much as you can, through your technicians, your engineers and everything that follows. It has to work. The directors who are there must participate, must also contribute and support you as much as they can. Thank you all and good use. Thank you so much. The machines that were handed over were all made in China, mainly by 3 companies, that is Shakman Shaanxi Automobile Group, Jiangling Motors Corporation and Shantui Construction Machinery. They were over 19 different varieties, came in multiples of 4 and were as follows. Number 19, Shantui XCMG truck-mounted boom cranes. These were 4 in total, meaning each region will receive 1, and they will be used to lift, lower and transport heavy construction materials and equipment efficiently, as well as be used for loading and unloading cargo and containers and other tasks. Number 18, Shantui recyclers. Like the boom cranes, these recycling machines were also 4 in total and will be used in road construction to process and reuse existing materials. Number 17, Shantui mobile projectors, which were 4 in total, and these are diesel light towers that will be used for large area outdoor lighting, especially during night construction shifts. Number 16, Shantui forklifts, which were 8 in total, meaning each region will receive 2 units and they'll be used for efficient mechanized loading, unloading and short-distance transportation of materials. Number 15, Shakman aerial work platform cranes trucks that were 16 in total, meaning each region will receive 4 units, and they'll be used to elevate personnel, tools and light materials to height for tasks like construction, maintenance and installation, offering safe access to elevated areas on a temporary basis. They'll be commonly used in working on building structures, bridges, electric towers and power grids, and unlike the earlier seen heavy-duty cranes that primarily lift substantial loads, These aerial work platforms are designed for agility, allowing workers to quickly and safely reposition themselves at height for various job requirements. Number 14, Shackman 4x2 mobile workshop trucks that were 16 in total. They will be used to provide on-site fully equipped repair, maintenance and diagnostic services for the heavy machinery, vehicles and other equipment in the construction, mining and transportation sectors, thereby minimizing downtime by bringing the workshop to the job site. Inside the trucks, they are outfitted with tools, power systems and machinery such as welders, compressors and diagnostic equipment to handle tasks from general field maintenance to complex component repair, such as engine and transmission work. Number 13, 20 cubic meters Shackman tanker trucks, that were 16 in total and which will be used to transport a variety of liquid or bulk goods such as fuel like gasoline, diesel and crude oil, as well as water and other chemicals. Number 12, 10 cubic meters 6x4 Shackman transit concrete mixers that were also 16 in total, and which will be used to mix or transport large quantities of ready-mix concrete for construction projects. Number 11, Shantui hydraulic excavators that were 16 in total, that is 4 for each region, and which are versatile construction machines that will be used for various tasks like earth moving, demolition, landscaping and heavy-duty operations. Number 10, 3-ton smooth roller double drum Shantui SRD03 mini compactors vibratory road rollers, which were 16 in total and which are designed for compaction in road construction and maintenance, particularly suitable for smaller scale projects like laying of interlocking concrete pavers or precast concrete paving blocks that are common in the Faso Mebo initiative. Number 9, Shantui SDD04 mini compactors that were 32 in total, meaning 8 for each region, and which will serve the same purpose as the aforementioned SRD03 compactors. Number 8, Shantui Padfoot roller compactors that were 32 in total, and which will be primarily used for the compaction of fine-grained soils like silty clay, as well as non-adhesive and semi-adhesive materials such as sand, gravel and crushed stone. They are particularly effective for deep compaction in large-scale projects like highway construction, railway lines and airport bases, where their feet penetrate the material to densify it from the ground up. Number 7, Shantui smooth roller compactors, that were also 32 in total and which will be used for compaction of base and sub-base courses for highways, railways, airports and roads, ensuring a strong foundation for these large-scale projects. They are also used in general road maintenance, dam construction, industrial sites and even in precision landscaping. Number 6, Shantui self-loading concrete mixers, that were 32 in total, and which will be used for faster concrete mixing at construction sites. Number 5, Shantui earth movers and loaders that were 32 in total, and which will be used for various heavy-duty construction tasks like earthwork stripping, tailings accumulation, bulldozing, digging, transporting, loading and unloading materials. Number 4, Shantui bulldozers, that were 32 in total, and which will be used for a wide range of applications such as pushing and moving large quantities of soil, rubble and other construction materials, as well as excavating and clearing material in mines and quarries. Number 3, Shantui motor graders, that were also 32 in total, and which are essential road machinery used for various tasks, including cutting, spreading and leveling soil, gravel and other materials during road and bridge construction. Number 2, Shackman multi-purpose tippers that were 128 in total, meaning 32 units for each region, and which will be used to transport bulk materials like sand, gravel, soil and demolition debris. Number 1, JMC Grand Avenue 4x4 pickup trucks, that were 168 in total, which reflects to 42 pickups per region, and which are products of China's Jiangling Motors Corporation. The pickups will be used for a variety of transport activities for both construction materials and transportation of staff working at construction sites.
Okay, so to help my government, this is what I alluded to earlier. Make it explicit. What are these machines for? You see what the president said in a video? Get the people involved for maintenance. Linford, you kept talking about maintenance. He gave in the nation, they must be the one to maintain. So these are things when we see something like that happening in Liberia, we see the 300 plus machine. Make it so simple for us that we cherish the government. That's what we're praying for. And I hope that Donald Sano and the government can narrow the thing for us to understand. And this is something that could help them in that process. Because you see, Liberia, we have to understand. It just takes one person to twist in around everybody wrong with it. Make it simple for everybody to understand. Linfo, Padole, Francis, I just brought this all to put all in line with the kind of development we want in our country. What say you, Francis, Padole, and Linford?
Yeah, let
I
me
mean,
come
I think
in,
it's
John
a good
Francis.
thing. I think it's a good, good initiative. I don't know if the government or was the narrator's own version of it, but whatever he spelled out is good. Uh, you know, Burkina Faso has been behind, for hundreds of years, and they had a huge influx of people going from Burkina Faso going to Cote d'Ivoire to stay, and they extended to other countries. Now they're in Liberia. So I hope with all those infrastructure development are going, they'll go back home. Uh, what it concerns me most is the why that guy wearing no gloves and heat every day and total night shirt and all getting all heated up every day can change. I don't understand. So yeah.
The main
Yeah,
assurance.
Yeah, let me come in. You see, what happened? The young man is doing well. Let me be realistic. Even though it's not our country, but it's an African nation, and we should be happy to see somebody who is standing up like that to help the citizens of his country. These are the things that we want to see happening in Liberia. But here is my problem here. People that can take this kind of bold step to make it to happen effectively is a military leader. But we are not encouraging any military coup d'etat right now in our country.
hold on, Padole, hold on. Joseph Numa Baka just took a bold step to bring 300 yellow machine. Then he say military.
Listen to me. I say the step that young man is taking right now, the step that he's taking, and the thing that he's been doing since he took over, is a military personnel that can take such a step and run with it effectively when you got good intention for the nation. Politician, he got many places to grab him on his feet. When he want to run, somebody will hang on his shoulder, somebody will hang on his back, somebody will hang on his feet, to drag him to come back. So politician will not be able to do effectively. That's what I mean. But the young man, what Francis said, the guy got glove in hand. The man in the place, you know how long, how many times they machine to remove him from power since he became president. So too much because the young man is doing something that the past colonial master them were not expecting. So for this reason, I commend that guy for whatever he's doing. To be honest, so right now, what we can tell our government, they were to bring 300 machines to do a piece of work in our country. This should be a fairly to everybody and have effective people to monitor the day-to-day activity of this team so he can be like how he was before. We're all here to help our country, to help our whoever government in power. But I believe that if good things go on, the next government that coming is our government. ANC coming. When ANC comes, you will do better. You will do better. You will do better. So for this reason, we just Yusuf Bakr laid a true mat. We're coming. We're coming to take over to do better for our country. Because the leader we have, he have the potential of creating job from all angles. You have the potential to make sure that to look after the least person in the country. The yellow machine, used to open an avenue for employment, but the yellow machine will not be the one to employ huge number of people.
Okay.
That's why I can tell anybody.
Linford.
The few people will be trained. Each of the yellow machine, at least they need about 3 or 4 person to be trained on it, because what the shifts need to be changed on them. So one person will not work
people will not bring the machines
That's
without having to do all the
Linford.
training, everything will fall in
Linford.
place. Yeah.
Linford.
Sorry?
Linford, I
Yeah,
want
what you
to
say? No,
I want
what
to
you say,
speak on this situation here. In that video we just watched, it's for the Ministry of Public Works. In Liberia, we have public work, but there's a bowl set up. And we know recent time, public work don't build roads in Liberia. We have they've been giving it to contractors. So I want you to look at this. This yellow machine, will it be given to those contractors for road development? Because what the road now, popular works going to play in this, if you have a bowl set up, and then we don't, popular work don't build roads, they get contractors that do it. Are they going to hire those machines to those contractors to carry road development? I was just thinking when he mentioned popular works over there. So expand on it so we can get to the next topic. Or
Okay.
maybe Francis could close it, or after you, then we'll get to the next topic.
No.
Okay. In the first place, the machines have manager. So even if public works wanted to do anything with any of those machines, they have to go through the manager, the
Right.
team that is taking care of it. So I think what they're going to do eventually will be they're going to give responsibilities, right? Public works is the sole facilitator of all public activities, work, road building and everything. So the engineering part or the proposal part will need so road this way, or will be done by the public work ministry. Then maybe they'll put up bid. If they put up bid, then companies will come out and bid. So some companies will say, well, we do have equipment. So they say, okay, we can do business. Say we have our equipment and you're coming to use it, maybe you will pay less. I mean, we'll pay you less money because you're going to be, so there'll be, that's what I said. From the onset, the thing that gave me a little courage about this machine is the guy manager.
Yeah.
So the manager now will go and negotiate with whichever company wants to come. You company A, are you bringing your own equipment? Yes. Okay. Then you can start you can sign your contract and start. But you company B, do you have equipment? No, want to use the government equipment? Okay, come and let's negotiate. So it's a lot of things involved, and we're hoping to see. And concerning the video we just watched, one thing Traore said, he involved the people of the country, the citizens. He said everybody should help to maintain it. But the difference between Traore, what's happening in Burkina Faso, and what will happen in Liberia eventually is that the Unity Party government will want to take glory for this. They already started from day one, where Daniel Sano will say, some people were doubting that the machine will not come, the machines are here now. So the Unity Party will want to take glory. So whether CDC had any good suggestion to give them, ANC or CMC or whichever party, they will downplay it. They will go by their own drumbeat because they want to have the sole credit that we bought our machine and we achieved this, and this is Jesus Parker project. You see, recently I've been hearing this thing. I don't know whether you guys can hear it. This is Joria project, Parker project, CDC project, Unity Party project. We're talking about a whole country, and then you attributing projects to individuals. So this is how petty the Liberian people can think, even in government. They forget to know that when they are in government, they are running the country and using the country's resources to do everything that they need to do. But they will want one person to get the glory, and so they will say, oh, they will try to silence everybody. But Burkina Faso, the mayor is saying that everybody should maintain it. Now, when they talk about everybody should maintain it, not everybody will be behind the machine facing it. No, but the citizens will be watching. If they see anything going wrong with the machine, they will report. So all these things. But sooner or later, and trust me, the thing I'm talking, I just saying it today, that just my own opinion is not fact. But before the Unity Party government leaves office, some of the machine will be gone. Trust me, some official will take and sell it. They say, okay, the other party that come in, they'll bring out nothing there. So, no, trust me. And this is why I say I'm happy that Brandon Samoka is there. If anything happens, Brandon Samoka again will go in high water. The same way when in high water when the people machine, I mean, the meritor throw money. They want, I think, it's too big. So let him be very careful.
All right. Thanks. Let's move quickly because we get a few more minutes here to stay.
Yeah, guys, we got a few more minutes.
We need to talk about the next topic here because what happened is quite interesting. We have the good news that we get yellow machine, but then there's some bad news also in the town. And the bad news in the town, let me just put this little one up here. Demolition has caused a lot of people to be homeless. There was the Satan one. Front page reported this today. Demolition has caused women and children to be homeless. Then yesterday, in the Ghanansville build, what happened there yesterday? There was no demolition that took place. And I'll just roll this, they will talk about it quickly.
So officers are moving into the homes of victims here.
So, the good news with the bad news. The citizens are being made homeless. The good news is development machine have arrived. How do we blend these two together?
I will start.
Go
A couple of days ago, I made a post. I know I just woke up in the morning. Something just came to me. Then I said, yellow machines are about to arrive, but the few old ones in the country are being used to demolish homes. When the new one comes, nothing will remain of. Oh, people started coming on. It was just a joke. Now, so we have some almost broken down machine, non-functional machine that they want to put spare parts on and they start breaking down homes. So the new machine that coming, are they going to use it to break down more homes? Because when they send it to those rural countries, then they will say they want to construct roads. So your little kitchen where you are in Europe, you send money to your people way in the interior to build for you. When you go there to house, when they say in the alley, they will go break it down. But I'm not too sure if that will happen. But on a serious note, now that the demolition is going on, we hope that the arrival of these machines will help to build roads faster, since they say those buildings they breaking down are in the alley. And then we hope that they will use the same machines to build low-cost homes for these people. Because these are your citizens. And some of those very people, they voted for you. They begin to demolish their homes. Oh, I mean, we all know what it means to be homeless. Some of us, we left our home because of the war and we're going. You still had a home standing, but at least you're going. We hope that one day the war will come back, finish and you'll come back to your home, right? But this trip now, they ain't got nothing. They're breaking everything down. And guess what will happen in Liberia now? I mentioned this in the last time. Rent will go up. Because the landlord, we see a lot of people looking for a place. Say, my man, Paul, we're paying $20, but this I want $50. You either be forced to pay, or you say, okay, I'm trying to move. And when you move, where you go? Those are what you calculate. Yeah, I can pay $50 now, but if I move, how sure am I that I will even get anything at $25 or $30 somewhere? So let me just stay here and pay the $50. And some people will not afford. It'll bring a lot of confusion. So we hope that the machines, they are earth-moving machines. They're not only for agriculture, they're not only for building roads, you can also build houses with them. So we hope that they will find some means, because these are your citizens. You can do all the development. If people don't vote you the next time, zero. So I'll listen at that and let me hear what the other people say.
Don't they come in and then friends they can close up in this one?
Yeah.
Good news and bad news.
Yeah. First of all, before I consider that particular video as a bad news or good news, where is the location of that particular event?
This is the Ghanansville area, how they call it, that yesterday took place in
New Georgia Junction.
New Georgia. Okay. Do you know that that particular freeway they're trying to make a 4 lane that being discussed for length of time? You
So
know what?
they come and break the road that was faced to make a 4 lane.
Yeah, they supposed they up to Freeport. So basically, most of these properties that on the outskirts of the street from Samia Kanya Dotan, they were told if you be there when government ready for it, we will break it down.
So, pardon, hold on. The Somalia draft that is built by the Japanese company.
You have not reached the Freeport yet. You know that.
It's Freeport is completed. They connected Freeport. So what are you talking about?
From
From
real
Freeport, the junction of Freeport, all the way pins with the market. It's connected. So are they, because they done a lot of work over there. So I'm wondering if they're going to rebuild because it's solid.
Okay. So basically, if that is completed, because I've been all over the country, like Francis said the other day, he said Maury left the country over 20 years, he have now go back. So that is true. Since I left the country during Julie Bryant time, up to now, I have not gone back. But if that's the case, the Somalia draft has already been completed. Why are they targeting these viewer properties on the street? There must be some justification. They have to give it to the Labron people. You know, it's
Right,
good.
let me help you so you can, the people build in alleyways that work. So you could look at it. I don't know mostly about the dispute also going about people building alleyway and the government been clearing alleyway. And I can give you an example. Look, you see from maybe the government going to do this soon. I've been told from 9th Street connecting Jonathan, they have an alleyway, but it's stop at people build, so they're going to clear all those houses to connect Jonathan. So just to give you an idea.
Okay, thank you very much. You see what happened, Mr. Chilople? People always say this thing here. Relatively, development can will has been. Development in a nation can will happen. Even where you and I is right now. Anything have to do with this, the safeties of a masses, the government will take the bold step. If these alleyway are closed, we always complaining when there's fire in somebody's house, there's no way that a fire truck can easily get there to distinguish the fire. So basically, if the alleyway are closed, how the truck will reach there? It's not possible. So if these people property is on an alleyway, the government, what government can do this, because that is just like your own child. Whatever your child do to you, you will not tell him leave from a house. You will punish him, but give him a place where to be. So the government what government need to do is my view, is my opinion, personal opinion, not the opinion of Bottomline or whatever parties I belong to, but it's my personal opinion. What the government really need to do is find a suitable place for them. If possible, responsible government, they always find houses and things them for these people and squad them off for at least about 90 days. Give them a free renters there, all this kind of thing there for 90 days so they can recuperate from whatever problem they're in. So that's what the government need to do. Because you see, the problem of our country is one of the things that you just said. Many people know fully well that what they build in their house is a street, but they still want to wear and be there. They say, what time the government will get ready for this thing there? What time the government will get ready? These are some of the things that happen. Maybe the Joseph Backup government want to make sure that every street, every place that belong to government and possess it before he leave the power. Maybe that's why he doing all these things there. That's why I can say in this thing.
Thank you, Padole. Francis,
Look,
the UP doing something very nice, demolishing, and people are becoming homeless.
yeah, it's
What
a
say
bold
you, my dear
step.
brother?
It's a bold step, but it's very complex. We are treading on a very difficult, dangerous path.
When you say we who?
Unity Party.
Unity Party. You think we
Yeah,
will
I say we in terms of the country.
No, Unity Party.
The country is treading on a dangerous path.
All right.
How so?
Why? Because the rampant demolition is going on from one country from one city to another city. Let it be noted that this is not a unity party doing that. Most of these demolitions are court ordered, and the litigants are moving faster than the speed of light, because we know how the code works. Because if these guys wait 1 minute after that the court, court decision, the other party may come for a hold and may go back to that corner, the what go back to wherever it is. So let be clear that it's not a government. But what my
What do you mean by
concern
not a
is that
government?
I knew Georgia Junction. Let me just be quick so you will go. I have to myself to leave. I basically grew up around that area. I'm from Cannabis from Michael, and I went to see Michael school. Now, before the war, there were a few houses there. You could see, well, when you came back after, people there built all around, and these houses were marked before. Some of them were marked. We pinned to be broken down, and people just did not care. It's a sad that people lose their homes. Those who legitimately lose their homes, they should be compensated by the government and the people. There should be some level of compromise now, because nobody can be owning 1 million acre of land for more than how many years in Monrovia, man. People be living in those places for people move there for ages. So there should be a drastic law. Those who sell land to other people should be non-bailable. It should be like rape. It should be considered as a murder case. You go to jail, because we can't have our people, the homes being demolished, or somebody coming to say, that was a great grandfather property, or maybe so it's unfair. So that's my take on it.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Francis. And let me have my own 1 cent on this issue. The good news, Yellow Machine came in and will do a lot of work. The bad news, our people are homeless. So this bold move, if the government does not address the need of its citizens, it could cost them in a way.
Well, the government, we're now with the government. I can say that we are now waiting for elections, based on elections, future elections to rule the country, to develop the country.
No, so
because it has to be developed.
It have to be developed, no doubt about it. But the people you developing the country for is the very people that are homeless.
Yeah, but they're still in the land, so the law is the law.
So, yeah, the law is the law. You said something earlier, say we want investors to come, we want people from the diaspora to go bring. When the environment is conducive, people will go. If the environment is hostile, people will not go. Now, based on that, the current government knows the situation. One judge said now in a Temple of Justice, I bought the land from Francis today. Tomorrow, Francis said he see land to live for. That judge sitting down, he saw that Paul was here yesterday, he signed. That system have to be revamped. If they can't do it, it'll be a trouble. This is where Mo Ali told us. So this is what the government said.
Before you go to Marco, there is one other information now. We keep talking about there are corrupt judges here. And some people making the court system corrupt. You know what they're doing now, especially in the probate court.
Yeah.
I can see your land. I go there, buy it, get the deed, go to the judge in the probate court, bribe him, and he probate the deed, and sign it and stamp it.
The last time I talked here, the FTC that joke.
So they know the problem. They need to fix the problem. Your citizen cannot be homeless. In terms, if you don't care for your citizen, the blame come back to haunt you. This is the point I got to make on this. So the government can trade this part that we want development. Yes, we want development, good. But if the people you develop, they're not healthy, they're dying, then what the point of development? Or waiting for the unborn
have to leave.
So yeah, Francis. So we get having a conversation to see where are we heading, the good news and the bad news. Linford, Francis, we'll close the show in a minute. So this is the situation we face, and Liberia is a very unique country. What say you, Linford, so we can go on this?
For me, like I said, the government is tramping on, they are roller skating on icy ground. You and I know when the snow falls and then the rain comes and wipe the snow, it becomes icy. It's slippery, then you go wear roller skating. So, but one thing is clear. Boaka said it the last time passively. He's not interested in 2029. He's interested in now. So he
Hold on.
Are you going to reconsider the appeal? They are appealing to the government now to reconsider them, but because
Reconsider who?
the
occupants.
The occupants.
The army is entitled the decent livelihood that they have placed. God is not making new land. That place is for the army.
Okay, so
new land.
God is not making new land, but the thing here is, he's not interested in political achievement, or political office afterwards. It's like what he is thinking is that, okay, I'll bring in yellow machine, I'll connect the roads, I'll break down all the places, I'll make road, and people will say vote for me. This man has been in government for years, so he knows how the people can think, especially Liberian voters. These people, you can be cutting their throat, they'll say vote for you. Charger of bro war right here, kill the people. He turned around and said, hey, I'm sorry. The war that came, my your party, they kill. He said they kill your people, he said they kill your goat, they kill your cow, forgive me. And they went, they voted. So the point I'm trying to make is these people, we yesterday here hating our head. Today he say election, Joe Waka and whoever. They see people who are crying the web that year, they go vote for Waka and come back and start crying. That's how people. Yes. The people are so traumatized. So we are talking. They will not learn lesson. They will stay good. So, for me, all I can say is that the way the government is breaking down the places, I read all the comments here, the way the government is breaking down the places, let them develop it. They should not only break it down and leave it like that as let grass grow there. No. Then I can have problems. But if they break it and in the next few months, the way the yellow machines in Tana, we can see development going, then we know that the breaking down of that place was correct. But why I say that I will not think that yellow machine, but Burkina Faso on a green machine.
Because Joseph Baka support Arsenal, sometimes they can wear yellow. And Burkina Faso, they get green. So I don't know, maybe it could be the case. Arsenal
green revolution.
Yellow, so you don't know. But anyway, on that
military man. Man, America said green.
So, on that note, I think we're going to close. We're going to close the show. I think it was a unique program tonight. We balance it in a way that we all embrace the yellow machine coming to Liberia. But I can also say the national budget for 2026. There's no big money in it to build alleyway. So I don't know what maybe that would be for 2027.
It will take 3 more years.
It could be for 2027 and 2028. Yeah. So they need to clear those people. And if they could do same nothing in West Point, I would be happy. Both those, the whole West Point and half a very good place.
The They say raccoon know where to do that thing. You can't go west from go beautiful hold down let out.
But if they can do it Satan, they can do it in Ghana's way. What they can do?
No, but I mean, them get it straight up. This is not a government stuff. Government did not go to Satan. Government did not go anywhere.
Okay, but who's breaking the horses down?
The 72nd place that it went.
72nd is government.
It's not government only.
Yeah, 72nd is government. But do not generalize it.
Yeah, but what about Ghana's way?
Yeah, but I want you to
no. Ghana's way. Listen. There are two in one situation they looking at. There's somebody who claiming the own property along the road.
My brother,
that will hurt. Like it's crazy.
You see, government security forces were armed. They dead executing the order.
Yes, the court order, my friend.
So that set of behavior, I will go invest in a country where the court order the government don't have time for its own citizen to be.
The government, the court order, so the court, the
court is the government. Friends say, what are you talking about? The court is the government.
No, they are separate. Separate branches of government.
No, that the government, that one government,
they are separate. They are separate. Now you won't include them, right?
But it's the government. That's the whole thing. So
they are distinct branches of government.
No, let me just ask Francis one simple question here. Francis, the government is there to implement the instruction from the code, isn't it?
That's the government.
The government is there to implement the instruction from the code.
Yeah. The other branch says the executive will execute. That's the government.
They could tell you to go arrest me. They could tell you to go arrest me. They bring sheriff that being paid by government.
To implement.
The sheriff of the
court. Forget about the sheriff.
The judiciary.
If the police with the arm is not behind him, what the sheriff will do? They will beat him up.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
terms
listen to me now.
Provide
the question, whether it's hard or good, make sure you answer it. The executives of our country is there to implement the instruction from the code, isn't it?
It is. Okay. You know, I don't know what people call development. I keep hearing the word development.
Yeah, leave for 1 minute. When the Supreme Court tell the government that what is happening to the House of Representatives is not correct, and the executive should make sure and work along with the rightful people what the government said. In that case,
remember you.
If you can't remember, let me if you can't remember, let me tell you. The government said he will go with the quorum. Why the government is not going with a quorum with this thing here, breaking people's property? The government always open your eye on cases.
I think live for someone else. It said these very people whom they breaking tomorrow they say you came my mind, came my part, I will go for you. So in line with this government, I think they should go West Point and get both those West Point, which is a fantastic place that we can go on the beach.
Let me tell you guys something. Don't you know Nuclear Town? West Point all for Freeport?
Yes. So the government, clear all the places.
So I think the Freeport can go to the court and ask the court to give the invaded law to clear Nuclear Town and clear West Point.
Anyway, close the show, man. Close up.
So we just want to say welcome. But before we take our leave tonight, we like to welcome a few people. Thank them for being with us. Badoli, we are closing the show.
Yeah, let's close. I'll close it on Friday.
We need to welcome people. Bataki, Dennis, Sie, the first time I see your name, Fatu Lake, and Roberta Riches. She was here last week. Also, Chadora Branch, of course, she's a member of the show. If she's not here, the show is not complete. In fact, she's always the first to get on. And then we got Alan Goe. Then on my board here, there's a lot of people watching, but you can see them here because they are watching from. If the four of us that share the show, on our platform, people will go there to watch it. Only on our platform, you will not see them here. The people you see here, there are people who log on our YouTube or our Facebook page. So I had a lot of people here, and I was surprised to see so many different new names here today. And the reason why we want to recognize you people is because when you come here, you even if you do make a comment, but your presence here is very important. Okay, so we got D. Harris Moluba, Simo Sims, Sekou Kamara, so many people. I can't go through all the list now. Okay, as I'm scrolling the
How
names.
about
I
Augustine
just
Neil?
want to say welcome next week. Tuesday, no, this week Friday will be here, and it's going to be the 27th. So that Friday will be the last edition for the Bottomline Library for the month of February. So then the next time you see us here will be on Tuesday and will be in March. But before then, yeah, winner. But before then, on Sunday, which will be the 1st of March, the Bottomline is going to introduce something new, and that is called, normally there is that you born you get your father, then your father too born your child. So the Bottomline has got a new child, and that program will be featuring. And so just before we leave you, we want you to listen to what will happen.
In a world drowning in noise, where sound bites replace substance, there's a voice cutting through the chaos. Audience with the Lord Chola Play conversation, where Liberians and global citizens tackle the questions we're afraid to ask. Every Sunday at 8 p.m. UK and Liberian time, and 9 p.m. Central European time, Audience with Lord Chola Play. On the Bottomline, Liberia explores the issues that keep you up at night. Democracy's future in the age of misinformation. Economic systems that serve people, not just profits. Technology reshaping our lives. Reconciliation, development, and the crisis of meaning in modern Liberia. No easy answers, no tribalism, just intellectual courage, genuine curiosity, and the willingness to wrestle with complexity together. This is for Liberians who refuse to shrink their thinking, who believe nuance is wisdom, who are ready to remember how to think, not just what to think. Audience with the Lord Cholo Play Show. Sunday, 8 p.m. Liberian time. Subscribe now. Join the conversation on the Bottomline Liberia, because the questions that matter most are the ones we're brave enough to ask.
So when you see her on Tuesday, then we'll come on Friday. We'll start the week again with the audience with Paul on Sunday. So we're going to keep almost the whole week busy. So it's never boring here on the Bottomline Library discussions. And we hope that you will join us and subscribe. And whenever the programs comes on, by that time you'll get be prompted. You will get it. Boom, let me. But the moment we come on, you can call my phone. So I know already that we're on. So guys, I want to say thank you for being here tonight. The time is fast spent, so we're not going to do our final round. We know it will the final round, we'll sleep here. So, but it was good, and let's keep our eyes shining on the yellow machine, and let's hope that the management team and me, I don't know, I think I'm breaking my own rule, but I think the management, the fact that there's a management team for this particular project, that's why it really gives me hope that it will succeed. Because it's not going to be the usual thing, government property, where government property that vagabond. This one now we know who to catch. But Saboka, what happened to you? Will I make more money? You are left off the hook.
I see you're
already closing now. Run away. We come for all of y'all. So it's good that we're here, and we want to take you home with this one.
Clappy ENT, baby. Give me that. To my baby. Give me that.